Hello humans, welcome to Bad Luck Good Game. My name is Gravity Groove, and I am the host of this unfortunate experiment. Yes, that is true. We're going to be playing a little bit of my take on the Blood in the Snow Orzhov mid-range. I found that the original build that everyone's using with the eye twitches and all the learn package, I found just instantly loses to any control. So my build is a little different and incorporates some 3/1s that punch a little harder, which tends to give us a better chance at winning the control matchup. We also play the Trespasser, which allows us to eat some of the galvanic iterations and the memory deluges. And a 3/1 is something that has to be answered, whereas the myriad 1/1s and 2/2s in the other version never have to be answered. They're garbage. We're also running Edgar, of course, as the main build is. A couple of Myria calls, which are not in the other build, and 2 Faceless Havens and 4 Hive of the Eye Tyrant. So we can pretty readily eat the extra spells. You'll also note we have 3 Vanishing Verses and 1 cheeky Baleful Mastery in here. That's because when you run into the mirror, that is another Edgar deck, you have no way to remove it ever with these cards. Ever. It's there forever. And the game is going to be long. Long and irritating and complicated and unfulfilling. And there's just, it's 2 colors. You can't Vanishing Verse it. It's an artifact, and you have no main deck artifact removal other than Vanishing Verse. And it needs to be exiled. And you can't exile it because Vanishing Verse is supposed to do that. So, you know, I've run into a lot of matches, particularly just the Edgar match and the Vampire match, where, like, they play Florian. This is useless. They play Imistern Predator. This is useless. Like, this monocolored tag has a real cost lately, and when it hits you, it really, really hurts. Not gonna lie. Hurts a lot. We do have a couple Apparitions and a Cathar Commando in the side for the mirror. So now we have 4 ways main deck to exile Edgar. The Apparition also doubles as a way to exile problem permanents such as the Book in the Book combo, which is seeing a little play again. And Commando also helps there. Then we have our anti-control cards with Duress and 4 gold blanks. We have a couple Soul Shatters for difficult to remove permanents and Planeswalkers, and a couple additional pieces of removal. 1, 2, 3 for decks that are just mid-rangey like us, but have a more aggressive creature plan, and we just need to hold on to the side of the boat until Edgar can stabilize us. We've mostly done pretty good with this deck, but you know, there are some clunker draws, as with everything. You usually want to be fed into a creature matchup, I think, with this deck. I mean, I guess it's good enough, right? We've got a 1-drop. We've got some land. This is probably the Lear deck. So they're just going to try to kill all of our stuff. Yep. And then drop Lear or Hullbreaker to kill us. Sure. Probably gonna get Fading Hope here. Oh, no Fading Hope. That's nice. Doesn't really do much when you're dealing with Edgar. Just turns him into a different kind of problem.
Deal with this annoyance.
We're probably just playing the other Edgar out, right? I think we're just playing the other Edgar out.
I bring my own army.
Guess we need another Plains for Amiria's Call to be online. Well, and a couple more lands too. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, this is just your Hullbreaker Lear control. So we need to make sure we can kill Lear. We're bringing in all this stuff. This kills both Lear and Hullbreaker at instant speed, so I think that's probably where we want to be. As does Vanishing Verse and Baleful Mastery at a cheaper price. Maybe we don't need the Soul Shatters. Maybe we'll just bring in one. I think we'll take out the Shambling Goths. And we got the Go Blanks. I guess we're taking out all the Blood in the Snows, right? Blood in the Snow seems bad here. And they could have Celestis. I don't know if they have Celestis. I don't know if they have Celestis. Would we want another Skyclave Apparition? I don't know if the list runs it. I guess we'll run one more Shambling Goth, just as another creature to sacrifice to our Fowler, our Deadly Dispute. So we have 5 pieces of removal for Lears and Hullbreakers. As well as a decent amount of discard. I think we're always duressing turn 1 here. Certainly seems more valuable than 1 extra point of damage. Parasitic Grasp, Meat Hook, Meat Hook. Yeah, I guess Grasp goes first, huh? Although Meat Hook... Interesting. Oh, he doesn't have blue. There we go. I think we just Fell Stinger, kill the Hermit, right? He doesn't play the Hermit. Oh, he does have Celestis. Okay, that's important for us to know. He does have Celestis. Oh, we drew one of our answers. Okay. So now I think we play white. We duress you. And then we take your Malevolent Hermit. And he has enough mana here to, Meat Hook and kill both of our things. And then we'll commando and destroy this. Or do we just Edgar here? I think we just Edgar here. Gives him one more cycle, but I don't think I'm that as concerned about one more cycle. We do have to bring the Skyclave apparitions in if this goes to game 3. Making a mental note. So, not a lot we're going to need 7 mana for. We'll just play this now. This will allow us to destroy the Celestis. Uh-huh. That sucks. It sucks a little bit. Pretty good last card to have there. I always forget about the land. I guess that always makes the soul shatter a good thing to have in. We want Haven over Field of Ruin because Haven is a snow land, and snow land activates our Blood in the Snow. So. Do we want to start valuing Edgar? I think we're going to try, yeah. My hand is nothing, so... Getting a Graveyard Trespasser, would be the best possible thing. That was what we were looking for. It's a fine example of how we beat the control deck. Edgar is a really sticky threat and difficult to answer. We've talked about it before on the show, but there's just not a lot of really, really good exile answers that line up well with him. And if it's not the turns deck, I feel like that gives us a distinct advantage because we can answer creature threats pretty readily. But the turns deck just does extremely broken things, and there are times where it doesn't matter what deck you're playing, they just tuck a card, go, you know, Dragon into Treasure and Galvanic into 2 turns, and some of their turn sequences are pretty ridiculous. That went pretty well.
Take your marks.
360, huh? Well, we have a theoretical 1-drop. It's the best kind of 1-drop. Another control matchup. At 360, I assume this is turns. Oh, it's Lear again. Really? People have a lot of faith in this Lear deck, apparently. I suppose it could be Grixis turns. Okay, Grixis turns. So we're going to want to bring in the Skyclave Apparitions and the removal package, as well as all our discard, obviously. Unfortunately, we drew 2 5-drops back to back. Our opponent doing nothing for turn 1, 2, and 3 is pretty good. Meathook definitely not at its best here. Playing this here because this is his Memory Deluge turn, so even if he has a counter spell, we're forcing him to use his mana, so he can't Memory Deluge. Gonna play around a second Jawari Disruption here by playing the Trespasser. Pretty consistently obnoxious, isn't it? And we're bricking on land, which is hurting our chances quite a bit here. Drawn a little bad. We really needed to run into some more land. We're at almost a 50% of our deck is land at this point. Yep, just bricking, and bricking some more. So 10 out of 10 he has what we think he has. Yeah. Triple Lolth is a pretty bad draw. So that's the other side of that matchup, I guess. We just drew incredibly clunky and died. Take the Meathooks out, take the blood out, bring in Soul Shatter, bring in Go Blanks, bring in Skyclave Apparition and Commando. Take out our Shambling Goths, and Baleful Mastery, and one other cut. Just a bad draw there. Triple Lolth in 10 cards on 4 mana. Pretty gross. This is similarly clunky, but we're gonna hope we draw out. Ugh. Gosh, we're just Clunk City. So we do have 3 removal spells for the Celestis, potentially. Oh, sure. 2 for 1, not bad, not bad. Doesn't really hurt us that much.
You can deal with my servant.
Darkness my will cannot be denied.
Do we play the Emiria's Call? I don't think we do. Getting some go blanks would be good. Fading Hope. Gonna nope one of our tokens. Oh,
You win this round.
pretty good.
And I'll be
Pretty
waiting
good.
for you. We will slay others.
You
Still
fight for me.
not that big a deal.
Are you in a rush? I will get what I want.
Got a fairly big Edgar swing next turn. Wow, he just keeps top decking us. That's pretty
It is
annoying.
insufferable.
Drew 2, burn down the houses in 18 cards in the perfect spot. I can see why our opponent is so high in the ranking.
A gift in exchange.
He's quite clearly God touched.
You can deal with my servant.
Good work if you can get it.
Busy.
Hullbreaker Horror. Okay. So I think we're going to play the Emerius Call next turn because we might need to Soul Shatter twice to make sure the Hullbreaker dies. Hey buddy, we've done very little damage. Alright, and he top-decked Lear. That's pretty fucking annoying. Meaning that we haven't drawn any of our Goblins or our... Yep. Or our Graveyard Trespassers. Yeah, the guy just draws perfectly. Well, there's a Trespasser, but it doesn't really matter now. Doesn't matter so much now. Ah, wow, the God draw. Must be nice. Now we need to top deck removal, which is pretty unlikely. Rest doesn't really help us much. Now I think we just do this. Do we not have any creatures in the graveyard? Oh, this is the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I see. We don't have any creatures in the graveyard. Disappointing. we've got a turn or two. If we're lucky. Just do really, really badly. I think we're just dead now, right? Oh, he did it instead. Sure, sure. You basically need those to be 2 lands. There's just no way they're 2 lands. Sure. It's land, land, and land, with land and land and land. Nope. Not gonna do it with nothing but land. Wow, that guy's draw was impenetrable, would be how I would describe it. Absolutely perfect. The double burned down the house when we were completely set up to take over the game. Just pretty fucking incredible. Nothing we really could have done there to improve our odds. Nothing in our sideboard that really would have changed the outcome very much. If we would have hit our go blanks earlier, or our trespassers earlier, we might have had a better shot at keeping their Lear Fading Hope turn from killing us, but not much we could do there. Not much we could do there. Oh well. On to the next one. We had a number for a minute. We were 1800. But you know, back to the bottom of the pile. Beat a control deck. Died stunningly to a control deck. I think we can keep this because we have all these to generate pseudo mana. Gosh, it's just going to be nothing but this deck, huh? Yep, it's another Lear deck. What happened today that we've had 3 matches in a row, and all 3 of those matches are against the Lear deck? Huh. This is fairly baffling. Fairly baffling. I think... Do we want to be able to play around Jawari Disruption? This is fine. I think it's fine. It could be the tempo deck. Oh yeah, it could be the tempo deck. If they're not going to do anything at all, then I'm kind of sad that we didn't take the 3 damage. Yep. This could be the Teferi control deck. Oh yes, this is book combo. This is the Facebook combo. So we have Baleful, which will allow us to exile Faceless Haven. But this is the Facebook combo. So we're going to need all of our artifact removal in this matchup. Revitalize is the only deck I know that uses that. Like the book combo is the only deck that uses that, so we know what we're up against. Let's get our 1 in. Play Edgar. Get counterspelled. Their deck is like mostly counterspells, like 12 counterspells. It's gonna take a while to get through it all. And that's a Doomscar. There's a good chance it's a Doomscar, though. It could, I guess, technically be a words. Aldrin's Epiphany. Okay. Just wasting a little more of our time. We got a lot of useless cards in the deck game 1. But when we built this deck, what we were primarily facing was aggro. Mono white aggro. And now we've had 3 hard control decks in a row. Which is less than ideal. Not sure what our opponent's thinking about. Just gonna play Lulth and hope we don't get syncopated or saw it coming. Though we probably will. I believe they also run Disdainful Stroke. Could you start punching them with Faceless Haven? I don't know, the field of Ruin prevents that line. So we do have enough that we could pay for Syncopate.
My children wrench their hands. Aren't I the generous one?
So we know that's not a counterspell. Memory Deluge end step means they can just Memory Deluge main. So we cannot reliably eat it with the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Miria's Call. Okay. So
you deal with this avoidance.
We can eat it with Hive. And then if they double block, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do think we have to go for killing that with this. Need that to go away. They only have 1 blue, so they're not countering us. We could Baleful, but that would leave us wide open. We can't do that.
My power is for annihilation.
I guess we're... Got 6. I guess we're going to do it for 4 and hope for the best.
We will slay our enemies. My power power is for annihilation.
Okay, no faceless haven. We live another day. So we can't activate any of our lands.
You fight for me now.
I do think we're just drawing a card here. I'm afraid he has some sort of instant speed removal, and if we go to attack step and we didn't trigger this, it just dies and generates no value. They don't think we commit to activating a land because it doesn't get us anywhere. We could destroy that, but that doesn't get us anywhere either.
I will get what I want.
And it still leaves us with Baleful mana, but just barely. I think we want to have enough mana to pay for like a Syncopate if we have to. Cool. So we know what they're doing. Whoops. Our instant speed removal is extra good. Our Vanishing Verse is extra bad. Oh no, I guess we can remove the book itself with Vanishing Verse. Blood in the Snow is out. Meathook Massacre is out. Baleful Mastery can exile the land. Only the turn they activate it, though. That's always the problem, right? Like, Skyclave Apparition, Commando, 2 Soul Shatters. Soul Shatter also kills Mordecai, which they bring in sometimes. So we have 5 instant pieces to try to disrupt the combo. Is that enough? I don't honestly know. Give it a shot. Unfortunate that we ran into A, yet another control deck when our deck is designed to beat aggro, and B, a deck that really punishes you for not playing Field Ruin. What an unfortunate draw. What a great hand if we had even a single land more. Fairly reasonable. I think we're pitching the Dispute here. Probably going to jam the Commando and then try to get the free land out of the Loyal. Really? Okay. Kept a 2-lander. Didn't foretell anything, so he doesn't have Doomscar yet. Okay. Did we jam Edgar here? If he has Syncopate, we're really effed. Yeah, I think we're just going to do this. If he has Doomscar on 5, that's fine. We really want Edgar to resolve. So there's Doomscar. In all likelihood, but we can't know that for sure because they do run Epiphany and Saw It Coming as well. So now if they Doomscar, we I think, oh, they had nothing. They were bluffing. Cool. All right. Hey, we were 98%. Then we were 1800. Then we were 98%, and we won. Yeah, and we're still 98%. What the? Yep. I don't get it. I'm gonna try one more and see if maybe we can run into an aggro deck of some kind. And hey, I'm talking here. Don't make me get Henry. Okay. Jeez. He's very bossy. Dude. Very bossy cat.
Take your marks. Set.
Let's see if we get control 4 times in a row. You have entirely too much to contribute, young man. Jeez. What? Good lord. This is Tofu. He will not shut up, will you? No. Okay, there you go. I think this is keepable. We've got either a turn 1, turn 2, or a turn 2. I guess we play Sinkhold first. Oh no, if they're mono white, we have to play. Yep. Okay. Okay. That's a little worse. Shit. This draw does not line up well. Damn it. Yes, this does not line up well. I mean, I guess if they attack, just like with nothing else to kill, getting the treasure here allows us to Loyal Warhound. Valorous? You're gonna Valorous Stance here? Oh, okay. That's reasonable. Don't care about that. Start accelerating. And any luck, we'll get one of our many sweepers. Sure. So now we play this, sack it to kill this, I think. Sure. We do this. We do this. A little too much Deadly Dispute, unfortunately, but... Sure. Sure. So this is the Valorous Stance turn. No? Okay. Okay, so there's our Blood in the Snow. So now we are casting Fell. If they have a Banisher Priest, we have Vanishing Verse to get it. We could... should we Fell and... As much as I want to like make this exploit itself to try to guarantee the land, it's a lot of damage to take. I feel like that's the riskier play. Although these are just dead in our hand right now, right? Shit. Yeah, and see, if we took that line, if we took the riskier line, we'd be dead right now. This Blood in the Snow is uncastable. Yep. Living off the top, folks. That is extremely unfortunate. Fucking Christ! Holy shit, these draws are bad. Oh my god. I just cannot catch a break. Wow. This is really effing me. Yep.
The generous one.
This might be where we turn it around. Sure. So we block both. We sack the token.
A gift
Meat hook.
in exchange
Okay.
for loyalty. Oh, you fall into my... I will come.
So now we can dispute. We also have this. Block this. Uh-huh. That's not great. Just Trespasser and start eating some critters. We've got 7 mana, technically. So 1 away from Blood in the Snow. Probably eats the Lulth here. I have to assume that's the only rational play. Eats one of his own creatures? Okay. Can't be blocked. Hexproof from black. Okay. Interesting. So I guess now we're just gonna dispute and then meat hook or blood in the snow.
I will shoot. We will slay our enemies.
Cool. We did finally get a creature matchup. Removal, removal, removal. Baleful is just worse removal in this matchup. And what do we trim? Do we trim some things? We don't have a ton of high end to trim, really. Get rid of a Deadly Dispute, because that kind of hosed us. Maybe just the Deadly Disputes. Sure. We beat them on the draw, folks. That's nuts. To be fair, they drew pretty bad. None of their Banisher Priests. They did draw their Legion Angels. Gonna need to draw some lands here. But we do get to kill the first boom. Hopeful Initiate. Nah. Gonna need to draw some lands, folks. Okay. That sort of counts. Yes. No! Okay. We're still playing a game. If he does have a Banisher Priest, he'll have to blow his whole hand up to deal with this. And then we'll just play another one. Sure. Well, that is a land, so it is not the land we wanted. Man, we just are getting all of our top end clunked out here. 22 land remaining on our deck. Good amount of live draws. Worst draw here is Deadly Dispute, I think. Or I guess any of our 5 drops. Okay. So that's big now. We bricked. We do have this. And we can swing, get back 1 life. And then we can't swing because of Faceless Haven. Banisher Priest doesn't kill us here, because then he can't attack with Faceless Haven. Although if it is the Skyclave apparition, that's measurably worse. It could have been correct to just Meat Hook Massacre last turn, because now the Hopeful Initiate, if it does attack, does have a chance to grow out of size. Like out of range. Man, that Spellbinder on the Warhound was just spectacularly brutal. We'd be so far ahead if we didn't have that taken from us there. I mean, we wouldn't be playing at all if we didn't immediately draw a land, but still. Tight game. Could very much go either way. I feel like they have a Banisher Priest because they're looking at Edgar really hard. Yep. So when we Meat Hook, this will give us a 4/4 on the ground to block Faceless Haven, which is kind of great, assuming they don't have Brutal Cathar. Untap land off the top would be perfect. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Now we should be able to close the door. Yep. Good job, Henry. So that was our take on Orzhov Control. We won 3 out of 4 of our games. 3 of those were against Control. 1 was against Mono White, which we're generally winning the creature matchups, generally. They do have draws that are absolutely insane, and you're going to die no matter what. But most of the time, you're pretty dang favored. If you like the deck, feel free to take a quick look at it and build it yourself. Let's make it viewable here. So you can see just about everything here, I think. Let me check the video. Yeah, my face is not over anything. So there you go. There's a moment to look at all this stuff. And the sideboard, 3 Duress, 1 Ray of Enfeeblement, 1 Commando, 4 Go Blank, Bloodchief's Thirst, Infernal Grasp, 2 Apparitions, and 2 Soul Shatters. My name has been Gravity Groove for Bad Luck Good Game, and thanks for hanging out and watching. And if you dug it, please consider liking, subscribing, or more importantly, leaving a comment. Because comments make me want to do this more, and without comments, why do it, you know? Gotta know people are out there enjoying it and learning something. Thanks so much for hanging out once again, and I'll see you soon. Later. Boom.